kind of a mythical place, you understand. A bad place, a place you won't see until Act 2, and then, well, let's just say it's filled with symbolism and things like that. But Urinetown, the musical, well, here we are. Well, it takes place in a town like any town that you might find in a musical. This year is the first setting of the show. As the sign says, it's a public amenity, meaning public toilet. These people have been waiting for hours to get in. It's the only amenity they can afford to get into.
Say, Officer Lockstock, is this where you tell the audience about the water shortage?
What's that, Uncle Sally?
You know, the water shortage. The hard times, drought, a shortage so awful that private toilets eventually become unthinkable. A premise.
Whoa there, little Sally. Not all at once. They'll learn more about the water shortage in the next scene.
Oh. I guess you don't want to overload them with too much exposition, huh?
You're too young to know it now, little Sally, but nothing can kill a show like too much exposition.
What about bad subject matter?
Well,
Or bad title, even that could kill a show pretty good too.
suffice it to say, little Sally, that in Urinetown, the musical, people have to use the public toilets in order to conduct their private business. That is the central conceit of the show. Better hope your pennies add up to the fee. We can't have you peeing for free. If you do, we'll catch you. We never fail, and we never bother with jail. You'll get Urinetown, off you go to Urinetown, away with you to Urinetown. You won't need bail. Later on, you'll learn that these public bathrooms are controlled by a private company. They keep admission high, generally, so if you're down on your luck, you have to come to a place like this, one of the poorest, filthiest urinals in town.
And you can't just go in the bushes either. There's laws against
That's
that.
right, little Sally. Harsh laws, too. That's why little Sally here's counting her pennies. Isn't that so, little Sally?
I'm very close, officer. Only a few pennies away.
Aren't we all, little Sally? Aren't we all?
Oh, excuse me, sir, but can you tell me the way to the private company that controls these public bathrooms?
You mean you're in good company?
That's the one.
You'll meet the guy who runs the Urinetown company later. That there's his daughter.
It's quite a ways from here, man. This here's the bad part of town.
So it is.
But if you squint, you can just make out the headquarters rising above the skyline.
The gleaming tower on the hill?
Yeah, that's the one.
Gosh, it's beautiful.
It certainly are.
Pardon?
It certainly is.
Oh dear, I'm late already. Thanks ever so much for the directions and such.
Anytime.
Bye-bye.
Well, we've talked on long enough, I imagine. Enjoy the show, and welcome to Urinetown, the musical.
You are humble audience. You have come to see what it's like when people can't be free.
Oh, can't be free, can't be free.
First act lasts an hour. Don't assume you're fine. Let's go down there. Often is a line. This is Urinetown. One restaurant here at Urinetown. It's here to stay Urinetown. Oh, mighty side.
It's the oldest story. Masses are oppressed. Faces closed and bladders all distressed. Rich folks get the good life. Poor folks get